My name is Dr. RickKool, and I'm an Associate Professor in the School of Environment and Sustainability at Royal Roads University in Victoria, BC. While many of my generation may moan about the lack of engagement in youth and the solutions needed to move our society in more sustainable directions, here are the youth of Jasper, Alberta saying, we want to be engaged, we want to be involved, we want to offer solutions to the design and development of a new high school. By far, the most important thing that I hear these articulate young people saying relates to the necessity of looking beyond the upfront costs of the school and to consider the long-term impacts and long-term costs of a highly sustainable building. It seems natural to me that some, but not all, older folks, perhaps like the decision makers in the Alberta government, are always going to be looking at upfront costs rather than long-term costs, as they have far less future in front of them to consider than do the youth. When you are, you might say, over the hill, you naturally think about the short term because there isn't much long term left. But it is absolutely necessary for youth and for people who have respect for the future to always and necessarily consider the long-term impacts and long-term costs of actions done today. The youth of Jasper are going to live in the unfolding future for a long time, and rightly don't want to be burdened by costs over the long term that could have been avoided by better thinking today. The future is uncertain, full of potential risks. Facing the future is not, as one scholar has written, for wimps. The young people of Jasper are pointing a direction to operating that embraces the kind of things that the future is going to demand of us. Long-term thinking, long-term analysis. The government of Alberta should be glad to have such bright and engaged students in their schools and take their offers of enthusiasm and insight seriously.